Okay, this is me. My name is Renee Helmrichs. This is my Taiwan ID. Thank you. Got a little bit of light happening there. Cool. Okay, now I'm at the Labor Affairs Bureau Center. This is me. This is a story. Here we go. I got a lot of paperwork here. They're just waking up from lunch, so that'll give me a chance to help to set up you guys. You can QR code scan this document. That will get you the current version of this book, which is my dissertation for worldwide peace. Now, here's how the story is progressing. This was my mediation with Kidsland, and Kidsland are these people. This is a school. They got about 2,500 students in Tainan City. Now, Kidsland, on the second page here, somewhere here in this Chinese bit, they have said that I was fired from Kidsland because I didn't provide a criminal record check. I was in jail in Canada because somebody lied about me. So they told the government, this Labor Affairs Bureau, that I was in jail, and that's why they fired me, because I didn't provide a criminal record check. Unfortunately, here's an email from them that says, right here, I have deleted the criminal record check part. And this is from Denise Madness, and she's a manager there. So they deleted that before I signed the contract, so they can't very well tell the government that they fired me because I didn't provide a document that they didn't ask me to provide. And this is the vice president. Her name is Claire Chang. She's right here. And this is the Taiwan involvement of the current document here. So these are documents that I've left the police. If you want to copy this document, you can scan this QR code. And that QR code is the same one right here. It's a little clearer. We'll leave that up a sec. That will get you all of these things here. You can scan this QR code here to see that email. This is the meeting where I tell them ahead of time that I was in jail in Canada and try to introduce my story to them. Or sorry, this here. This here is the email, or this here is the meeting that I requested with Kidsland to tell them ahead of time that I was in jail, and that's what this Chinese part here says. And this here is the email that I just showed you. If you scan that, you will get that email. And likewise, you can click that link, and if you just scan this QR code, you'll get all that live in your phone, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, this guy here works at this place, and his name is Simon Lin, and that's his Chinese name. Now, unfortunately, Simon Lin told me that it is okay for this person here to lie at the mediation here, which occurred on this day. This is May 4th. They use 107 as the year in Taiwan instead of 2018, and that's just a technicality. Not really. Anyway, this guy's actually committing fraud right now against the government. So I'm here at the Labor Service Agency, and this is the sign that's right there on the wall. And they say they provide assistance for staff, provided I'm a low income earner. Well, I have no income right now, and I'm able to prove that. But that's quite beside the point at this point. So Simon told me to go to that he's not willing to help because the people, he's here somewhere in this picture, he told me that these people here are not willing to help anymore because they've considered the matter closed. So he referred me to legal aid. Now, legal aid has told me that they're not willing to help because I'm guilty of criminal harassment in Canada. My wife originally translated this, and she said it was because I had a mental disorder apparently in Canada because the doctors treated me. And that was against Taiwan Criminal Code 310, which I've written down here too. Even if I have a mental disorder, it doesn't matter because a mental disorder affects my private life if I do have one. So I can't very well be held guilty or not receive legal aid on grounds that I have a mental disorder. So now the excuse that has just been clarified to me is that I was convicted of criminal harassment, which they call sexual harassment here in Taiwan. Now, this is the individual that made up some information about me that wasn't true. And this is the other guy. He's the minister of the Mormon Community of Christ. She was the treasurer of the Mormon Community of Christ in 2012. This is my dissertation, and it's the dissertation for worldwide peace, and I call it A Course in Miracles Applied to Demonstrate to You that You Are God and God Exists Beyond Our Collectively Shared Unconsciousness, because nobody really believes me. So at the back of this wonderful booklet, I actually have court transcripts. I went to jail specifically to try to ask Karagiannis. Let me find that one for you. This guy here, James Karagiannis, on 2nd of July 2015, which is here. this guy, this day. I went there to ask this guy why psychiatrists are not letting me have a record of my have a record of my statements given for the purpose of a psychiatric assessment if they're misusing those statements about me to make up mental illnesses that I don't believe that I have. And his answer was that he doesn't want me to use his information on the internet. But I was asking to have my statements recorded. I have enough crap from psychiatrists. I'm not looking to have any more of their stuff recorded because they provide written documents all the time. So anyway, in this case here, you can read that whole transcript, and this booklet, if you want a direct QR code to this booklet, is right here. That's the direct QR code. And you'll find all that stuff in that booklet. Now, the funny thing about Karajan is, I was trying to say that psychiatrists are making up shit about me. So then a month later, his buddy, Mr. William Comer, and they both worked at Waypoint Center for Mental Health at the time. This is a hearing date of 5th of August, 2015. Mr. Comer says that I don't know how to plead guilty in court, and that what I'm trying to tell him about information that he has in front of him that is incorrect, is wrong, and clearly evidences my mental disorder. Unfortunately, for Mr. Comer, I can verify that I can plead guilty in court because that's in there too. That's this one here. I had 4 or 5 different criminal charges against me that I was trying to get the attention of the Canada court system so that they could fix this stuff. And again, she lied about me to begin all this stuff. And the date of that was months in advance, which was the 24th of February, 2015. So you have a guilty plea here, which shows that this guy, not me, Mr. Comer, this guy, was not listening to me at all in the psychiatric assessment, and therefore directly taking statements from me out of context, which you can read about. And then you have his superior right here, a month ahead of time, denying me the right to have my statements given for the purpose of a mental assessment recorded so that I could show the court that these people are lying, but I can do it anyway because I've got them on court transcripts. So, that brings us back to Taiwan. We're now in Taiwan, and Simon Lin, who's he's in this picture here somewhere. This is the email that's in question right now. So this school actually removed my criminal record check from their requirement. And this is the school, and this is the vice president, and this is the man who's letting them lie at mediation to say that they fired me for not providing a criminal record check. And that paper is here on the 4th of May, on the second page, at the beginning of this video. So now I'm looking to talk to his supervisor to ask if the supervisor will help me out. Hi! You're going to help me talk to your supervisor, right?
No, we can use our phone.
Actually, we don't need to do that because they're not going to listen anyway. I brought you this book here that shows that the people in Canada are lying about me. This is the person that charged me with criminal harassment. I have everything for you. So all these documents are here, and this is this is the paper that Kidland has lied. So Kidland has lied to you, and I can show you that in this email right here. So I'm going to use this video in the human rights case against the Labor Bureau of Tainan City, Taiwan, if we cannot please fix this right now today by starting a second mediation with Kidland, and I have grounds for that as well. This is grounds for the second mediation with Kidland, and I can leave that with you. I'm asking that Kidland help me pay for the transcript of all the rest of the stuff to show everybody that these people here are lying about me.
Oh my God.
Let's go. All right. Here we go. I'll hang on to my ID here. Oh, that's the wrong ID. Okay. Alrighty. Let's talk to your supervisor. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Thank you very much for your help. I don't know what to do. Simon told me to go to legal aid. I went to legal aid. Legal aid said, sorry, we can't help you because you were convicted in Canada, but I'm still trying to fix the original problem that started 6 years ago, or over 6 years ago. And I can prove everything, but nobody is letting me talk. So we either work together here today, or I'm going to make it bigger.
So you're not gonna call
We don't need to. They're not going to listen. I went
You can try.
I went to court in Canada to try to tell Canada that these people are lying about me. You think that a culture center in Taipei is going to do what the legal system in Canada didn't do? I filed complaints at the Ontario College of Physicians and Surgeons. I filed complaints with the Law Society of Upper Canada. I filed complaints with the Ombudsman. I filed complaints with the Psychiatric Association, or Psychiatric Patient Rights Advocate of Toronto. I filed complaints directly with the judge on that day, the 30th of June 2014, to show that errors in laws had occurred. I have complained and complained and complained. You really think that the Taipei Cultural Office is going to listen? They're not going to listen. If anything, they'll give me a name and then I can use that against them later. We got to work together right now to fix this. This is a crazy case. For 6 years I've been doing this. Simon calls it ridiculous. That's why he doesn't want to listen to me. I would be in a lot of trouble if I'm lying. A lot of trouble. I mean, this is like the death penalty in Taiwan for what I'm doing. I'm not joking. The supervisor's sitting at the back in a blue shirt. It says labor standards section right above the sign. Maybe I can zoom in on that. Oh, cool, I can too. There we go. And she's like right there.
She's
Oh, that's not her?
trying to reach Simon. Hi. We are calling Simon now and
Simon told me to go to legal aid. Legal aid said no. It was the 20th of June 2018 that Simon told me to go to legal aid.
so now we are trying to reach him. Just
Okay.
please wait, okay?
I will, yeah. This is Simon, and the date was the 20th of June, and this document is available at this website here, currently. And since I've printed it, I will call it the third printed edition of this red book, which changes colors of the title for every printing. The first one was blue, the second one's red. The next one maybe we can make it yellow. Schwarz, Rot, Gold. There we go. And I was here just like an hour and a half ago and they told me to come back. And I have documents to say that I'm a low-income wage earner as well for this stuff here. So that's just another excuse they're going to give me. Well, sorry, we can't help you because you don't have the right papers in front of you. But actually they're in the bag here somewhere, so we're good. Hi, Simon. Simon, you told me to go to legal aid. Legal aid said no. So, you're actually in violation of Criminal Code Article 339. You're committing fraud against the Taiwan government. And I don't want to really incriminate anybody. I would really like to solve this. It would be great if we could mediate one more time with Kidsland. What do you say? Well, Simon, you thought this case was ridiculous, and I think it's ridiculous too. But people are lying about me, and I need to stop it. So how do I do that?
Excuse me.
Say again?
You have to tell Simon you are recording.
Oh, Simon, I'm recording, but I don't think you're going to be on the record. I think it's going to be too quiet for you to be heard. I'm recording. Your supervisor wants me to tell you that I'm recording. Simon, it's Renee. We went to mediation on the 4th of May. Kidsland lied. I want to fix this. I don't want to go to the police. The police are ignoring me, actually. So the next step is a human rights case against the government of Taiwan. How can I sue them, Simon, if I don't speak Chinese and legal aid won't give me any help? Your sign says that you provide assistance with those documents, but you're not willing to assist me. Yes, I do. I'm standing in the labor section. Can you tell your supervisor to please let me apply? Well, I think if you encourage your supervisor to accept because they lied, and I'm holding an email that shows that they lied. Okay, well then. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I'm standing in the section and you're telling me to tell them that I want to apply again. I'm doing that. He's telling me to tell you that I want to apply again. I cannot believe it takes a YouTube video to get this done. These people are exceedingly patient with me, and I'm sure that I'm going to open up a huge can of worms with this. Can you give me your email address and I will email you a copy of this video? You can give it to your supervisor, or give me your supervisor's email address.
I'll just ask her directly.
Okay, just give me your email address. I will email you a copy.
You can.
You can share it with the police. You can share it with everybody. We're gonna fix this.
Please just wait.
Yeah. Mediation part 2? Go that way?
I don't again do this, okay?
Okay, well, I'm going to give it to her supervisor also. You can call the police. They can investigate everything.
Please, I just want to go to you.
Okay.
Why you say like this? I don't understand.
Because he told me to go to legal aid, and legal aid says no, and you guys say no, and everybody says no.
So, because the meeting just...
What can I do?
Simon said, okay, just help you, and maybe you also negotiate the...
Simon said okay?
Yeah, no, they just take you, he said take you to another department, okay?
Let's go. Okay, another department.
上同个案子不能申请第二次，
我也不知道他的案件是什么案件。
因为之前是那个疫情啊，疫情有
对，只是因为疫情不在啊，就是说他说叫我拜他。
I'm going to turn this off because there's background conversations going on here.
因为调解不成，
Anyway,
我们就是
we'll figure this out. This is going on YouTube.
到法院去提出。